More senior Democrats are throwing their support behind Kamala Harris to become the party's presidential nominee, with the former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi officially endorsing her.
It is my intention to go out and earn this nomination and to win.
As Harris has met with campaign staff in Delaware on the first full day of her campaign, momentum is building, with donations flooding in and leading party figures pledging their support. More than $120 million has been raised since the Vice President threw her hat in the ring to run for the top job.
106 days. If we're going to wage a successful campaign against Donald Trump, we've got to get our act together. So I'm hoping that more Democrats will step forward to support her nomination, and we will get underway in just a few weeks with the convention.
Attention is now turning to who Kamala Harris will pick as her running mate. A potential vice presidential candidate is Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. He only took office last year and is regarded as a rising star in the Democratic Party. Like Kamala Harris, he has a legal background and served as the state's Attorney General. At the moment, he's not saying whether he would accept an offer to join the ticket.
I'm not going to engage in hypotheticals. This is a deeply personal decision that the vice president will make. She will make it on her own timetable and her own timeline. She needs to choose someone that she's prepared to govern with, campaign with, and someone that she feels most comfortable with. And that decision should be made free of any sort of political pressure.
The US Secretary of Transportation and former Mayor of South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg, is also a potential contender and is backing the Harris campaign. He built a strong base among party voters during the 2020 primary campaign, and his deep ties to Michigan, a state that is crucial for Democrats, in November. North Carolina's Governor Roy Cooper has strong approval ratings in a battleground state that leans Republican. He's won praise from Democrats for his strong focus on economic development and has not shied away from clashing with Republicans over abortion rights. He believes Kamala Harris is the right person to take on Donald Trump.
The vice presidential conversation needs to occur later. I want to make sure that Kamala Harris wins. I'm going to work for her all over this country and do what I can to make sure we stop Donald Trump. And that's what I'm concentrating on right now.
Former US Navy captain and astronaut Mark Kelly has national name recognition and is well liked by Democratic Party elites. The Arizona senator is the husband of former Representative Gabrielle Giffords, who was seriously injured in a shooting in 2011. Gun violence is a major campaign issue for Democrats. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is a major force for the Democrats. The billionaire Hyatt Hotel heir has tapped into his own financial resources to help the Biden campaign effort and to prop up the party's convention next month. He says he's spoken to Ms. Harris and feels it's important for the US to elect a woman as president. A name that had been touted as a potential running mate was Gretchen Whitmer. The Michigan governor has built a strong base, and the pairing would have been the first all-woman ticket for a major US political party. She appears to have taken herself out of contention by saying she's not leaving Michigan. Another contender is the Democratic governor for Kentucky, Andy Beshear. He's promoting his record of bringing jobs into the state and supporting public education and expanding healthcare access.
My plan is to serve out my full term. The only way that wouldn't happen is if I had an opportunity to help Kentuckians in a different way that would bring additional value. I don't know how the vice president's process is going to go, but I certainly think what we've done here in Kentucky is something that should be a model for the country.
And finally, there's the California Governor, Gavin Newsom. There was speculation he could make a run for the presidency last year. He's endorsed Kamala Harris, but is from California. And at the moment, he'd be unable to be the running mate because of a constitutional ruling preventing the election of a president and vice president from the same state.